Hello everyone, peace of Christ to all of you. In this video, as you see, we will talk about chapter 31 in the Quran, verse number 19. This is Luqman chapter. It says in Arabic, وَاقْصِدْ فِي مَشِيكَ وَغْضِضْ مِنْ صَوْتِكَ إِنَّ أَنْكَرَ الْأَصْوَاتِ لَصَوْتُ الْحَمِيرِ. This is the Muslim translation, not mine, so nobody can say he is not giving us the correct translation. This is their website. And this is Tafsir Ibn Abbas, one of the biggest scholars of Islam. Be modest in the bearing and subdued your voice. Lower your voice and do not be sharp-tongued. Lo, the harshest of all voices, he says, which means Allah, the most odious and evil of all voices is the voice of the ass. I think this is the most stupid things ever you can hear in your life. Now let us analyze this verse in the Quran. Imagine somebody come to you and say to you, hey, lower your voice and don't speak loud, because if you do so, the most voices I hate is the voice of a donkey. Aren't you going to get angry and consider this as a big insult? Absolutely. Because what my voice have to do with the voice of a donkey? Guys, listen to this. What is the connection between Muhammad speaking and his voice and the voice of a donkey? Allah ordering Muhammad to lower his voice because the most voices he hates is the voice of a donkey. Do Muhammad even have a brain when he put this verse in his book claiming that this is from his God? Simply, Muhammad's voice was so ugly, and people they used to hear him as an evil man speaking. So he wanted to give himself an excuse by making this verse. Okay, my voice is so ugly, and Allah he hate the voice of every donkey, but he told me to do a correction, and this will make it better. Lower your voice and don't speak loud. Because there is no connection between a human being voice and an animal voice in any manner, except we are talking now about ugliness. So when Muhammad say his God says to him the following, that lower your voice because the most voices I hate is the voice of an ass, the voice of a donkey, he is saying to him, that's your voice is the voice of a donkey, but I have a correction for you so people don't hate you for your evil voice. And in here you will notice something. It's not only a voice he hates, it is an evil, the most evil of all voices. This is explaining to us that Muslims, or not Muslims really, people around Muhammad, they used to see Muhammad's voice as an evil voice. This man, he used to have an evil voice. Because all of us, we knew that the voice of a donkey is not really evil. Like, this is something extremely stupid from God to say the most voices of evil is the voice of a donkey. The voice of donkey is evil? Is that true? Like, why? When he speaks, he say, oh, I want to kill you, you know. This is a donkey. This is a poor donkey. Number 2. What is the fault of donkey to have his voice? The one is talking there, remember, is God. Aren't you the one who created the donkey and you gave him his voice? Actually, this verse in here proving to us that Allah cannot be the God. Simply, if the most voices you hate is the voice of a donkey, why you don't fix it? Aren't you God? Guys, Muslims says to you that Allah he hear everything in this world, everything. This is mean Allah every morning, every day, every night he hear millions of donkeys around the world screaming, and the poor Allah he can do nothing about it. Maybe he put something in his ears. He is telling you how much he hated. He hated badly, but he can do nothing about it. This is telling me that he is not the creator, because if you are, saying to me the most voice I hate is the voice of a donkey, and you can do nothing to correct this voice or to change it, it means you are no God. And in here we will ask ourselves another question. Why Allah He hate the voice of a donkey? Like, do the voice of a donkey will harm the ears of God? Is the ear, like, is God hearing is the same as our hearing? Do God get annoyed by the sound of storms, thunder, explosions, frog? You know, this is something extremely stupid. If you are the creator of all the universe, it means you are the creator of all sounds. Because the sounds is part of this creation. It's not outside creation. So saying that sounds I made is annoying to me is something very stupid when you are the one who made it. And donkey did not choose his voice anyway. And you know what? Who said that our voice is so beautiful? What we think is so beautiful for us because we are the same kind, we are a human, it might be ugly for the donkey. Maybe if you ask a donkey, he will say human voice is the most ugly voice for me. Everything is about percentage. If you ask a bird, what do you think about the voice of a human? He will say, man, they are sick. So what a big deal talking about the most ugly voice of a donkey. The poor donkey, what he did, what is his crime? Why you are making Muslims hate the donkey? Before he ordered them, Muhammad, to kill all the dogs in the city of Mecca and Medina, and until now they are not allowed to have dogs because he hated dogs, because as we know, dogs, they can sense evil. So always they get angry from Muhammad because they knew he is evil. Now he is turning his face against donkeys. This man is crazy. Insects, they make a lot more annoying, voices or sound. Frogs, all every creation have his own voice, and trust me, I believe that they are very enjoying their voice very much. This is something stupid to talk about a voice of a donkey, that this is the most Allah He hate. Showing me a lot of things about this God, that this God cannot be God, because simply you can correct that voice. If you are the one who created this voice, do something about it. Nobody is forcing you to hear millions of donkeys every day screaming, and you hate it, and you just say that. And donkeys in here, let us not discuss another issue. Donkeys are evil. Honestly, guys, donkeys are very poor animals. We are the one is being evil to them. We are the one is using them. We are the one is abusing them. For thousands of years, we are the one who make them carry our stuff. The stuff they carry is not their stuff. It is our stuff. They carry us. They are very friendly, nice animals. How, for God's sake, donkeys became evil? Donkeys are Satan now, satanic? Have you ever heard about a donkey suiciding himself between a bunch of kids? Have you ever heard about a donkey kidnapping a kid or a woman and cutting her throat? Donkeys are evil? This God, he must be insane. This is very beautiful animal. He is very peaceful. He never harm anyone. And we use him for thousands of years. He did a lot of a great help to the human, the same as a dog, which Allah He hate to. And here we will notice that Allah He hate everything is good for a human. The same hate for dogs is the same hate for donkeys. What is left? He loved the camel because he is an Arab god. And he knew that they cannot live without it. So I wanted to share this with you, and I wanted to ask the Muslims, your God, he hate the voice of donkeys, and he hate the voice of your prophet, for his voice is very similar to the voice of a donkey. And ask yourself, What kind of God? He created the voice of the donkey and he hate what he create. Christ is Lord. And Muhammad, by the way, he said, if you raise your head before the Imam finish his prayer, before the leader of the prayer finish his prayer, your head will turn to a head of a donkey. Imagine how much he hate donkeys. If you turn your head up before the scholar in front of you finish his prayer, your head will turn to a face of a donkey. And at the same time, you will see Muhammad saying that he spoke to a donkey. If the donkey voice is evil, Muhammad was speaking for an evil. Islam is full of dummies talk and stories, and only dummies will believe in it. Christ is Lord. Follow with me later.